Hey y'all, it's Erin and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video that I've been really excited to do and it's been really highly requested by y'all. And that is a sorority recruitment week experience video. So basically I'm just going to take you guys through my week. I did vlog my sorority recruitment and I will put it in the description box below if you guys want to go watch it. But in this video I'm just going to go a little bit more in depth of how sorority recruitment works, some of my struggles throughout the week, and just kind of like taking y'all through my week. I'm going to throw in like a few tips in here, but I am going to be doing a sorority recruitment week. No, it's not what I'm doing. A sorority recruitment gosh, why can't I word this right? I am going to be doing a sorority recruitment tips video pretty soon, but I'm going to wait till we get a little bit closer to formal recruitment for this fall semester because that is when my school does it. I know some schools do spring, but I think the majority do fall, so I'm just going to wait a little bit on that one. So if you guys don't know, I go to Texas Tech University and I'm a Pi Phi. Ring ching. How sorority recruitment works at Tech is there are 6 days for sorority recruitment, and we do like round 1, which is when you go to all the houses, and then we do philanthropy round, sisterhood, prep, and then bid day. So it's really fun. It's a really long week, but I personally really loved it because I just like talking to people and meeting new people, and that's pretty much what the week entails, is just talking and meeting people. I just want to give a couple disclaimers before I get started. One, obviously this is my personal experience. This has nothing to do with Pi Phi or anybody else at all at Tech. It's literally just my experience. And 2, I was fortunate enough to have a really good recruitment experience. I had some struggles throughout the week, but I didn't get dropped from a house that I loved or anything like that, which I was really surprised by because I know that happens to the majority of people. So I felt very blessed and I'm very fortunate for that, but that is not normal, I guess, and that shouldn't be your expectation. That was not my expectation going into recruitment. Sorority recruitment is set up a little bit different at every school just based on the size of the school, how many girls are rushing, and how many houses there are. So how I'm describing recruitment might not be the exact same for how your school does recruitment, but they're all generally the same, and like the struggles I'm going to talk about and stuff are probably going to be the same. At Texas Tech, the first day, half of the girls will go to a meeting and half of the girls will go to all 12 houses, and then on the second day it'll swap. I was a part of the group that went to the meeting on the first day, which I was really thankful for because basically they just walked us through recruitment, kind of told us like what to wear, how cutting houses works, how many houses we're going to have to cut each day and stuff like that. So they kind of just gave us a little inside scoop, a little rundown before we had to jump into going to houses, so that was really nice. And then also, I'm really the type of person that once I start something and like get excited about it, like I just want to keep doing it. So I feel like it would have been so hard for me to like start going to recruitment and then having to stop to go to the meeting and then come back. The second day, which was like really my first day of recruitment, I went to all 12 houses, and this day was really long. I think a lot of schools split up, like you'll go to 6 houses one day and 6 the next day, but Tech, I don't know, they just like to throw you in, you're gonna go to all. So it was definitely long, a lot of walking, and it was really exhausting, but it was really fun. I think that day I got really close to a lot of girls in my recruitment group because I was just with them all day, and so I didn't know anybody in my group yet, so it really gave me an opportunity to meet a lot of awesome girls that I'm still talking to today. On the first day of recruitment, we were in the houses for 25 minutes each, and the conversation is really basic. You basically just talk about what's your major, where are you from, what were you involved in high school, why do you want to rush, how's recruitment been for you so far, what do you want in a sorority, stuff like that. They just want to get the chance to know you and like kind of get a general feel for you just to see, you know, if you would work in their sorority or not, because yeah, not every sorority is made for every girl, obviously. So yeah, and then you're gonna get like a really surface level view of their sorority too, because you're gonna ask probably the same questions back. In most of the houses, you're gonna talk to probably 2 or 3 girls, maybe 4. It just kind of depends. Like sometimes you'll talk to 2 girls and just like 2 girls are talking to you, or sometimes you'll talk to 1 girl and then another girl will come and you'll talk to 2 for a little bit, and then the original girl will leave, and then you'll talk to 1 girl, and then a little bit later another girl will come. One of the big struggles I had the first day of recruitment was I felt like at the end of the day I was like, I don't even know who to cut because I feel like I didn't really get to know any of them that well, because you don't. You talk to them for like 25 minutes and you talk to like 4 different girls, so you really have like 5-minute conversations. So I was like, I don't even know like who to cut. Like, it was very difficult. So that was something I really struggled with. So I'm just gonna say you really got to go with your gut, because you aren't gonna get to know them a lot, especially the first couple days. But you have to make decisions, and that's just how it is. And so that was very hard for sure. One thing I highly recommend you doing, especially the first couple days, is taking notes over how you feel about each house, because the day is so long. You're talking to so many girls, having the same conversation over and over and over, that all the houses kind of start to like blur together. So by the end of the day, when you have to go make your cuts, you're really not going to remember like the first few houses. I have really good memory, and even I didn't. So I wanted to read through some of the notes I took the first day, just to give you guys an idea of how you could structure your notes to really like help you remember well. So one thing I tried to do is write down the name of each girl I talked to. Now, I got bad at this towards the end of the day, but I really tried my best. So I would say like the girl's name, and I said like something about the girl. So for this one I said, "So sweet, we have the same future job goal." And then I would say like something overall about the house. Really genuine and fun girls, down to earth, had great conversations, talked about what I wanted in a sorority and what I was involved in high school, asked a lot about myself. It was a really good house. And so I'd write stuff like that down. So that was really helpful, taking notes, because at the end of the day when I was like, what is ABC house? Like, I don't even remember them. I could just look at my notes and be like, oh yeah, I liked them a lot. I forgot. And that helped a lot. So I really recommend that. Once you get further throughout the week and you have less houses, it's not that big of a deal to do it. But I did it the first 2 days. At the end of day 1, we have to cut 4 houses. So you rank 8 houses as number 1. So they're all 1 in no order. And then you have your bottom 2, 3, 4. And so 2 is like a house that you would be willing to get back. 3 is like, I would kind of want them back. And 4 is like, you absolutely don't want them back. So basically what can happen, because it is mutual selection. So if you have your top 1, which there's 8 of ones. If one of them decides they don't want you and they release you, if one of your bottom 4 wants you, that house can move up. And they told us that it's pretty rare for girls to get all 8 houses back. I fortunately did, which was really awesome, but that also came with its own challenges, because on day 2, when I had to cut all 8 that I liked, it was very difficult to make decisions, and I had like a mental breakdown to my mom and my Rogan. Making decisions was really hard that day, like I said, because I didn't feel like I knew the houses that well. And then making decisions the next day was even harder, because I liked all the houses I had. What I wore this day is, I think some universities will give you a shirt to wear, but Tech doesn't. They just tell us to wear like a Tech shirt, which is nice because you get to like personalize it a little bit more, personalize your outfit. So I wore a Tech shirt that kind of looks like Seaside, and then I wore like a black skirt and these black sandals that were super comfortable. Some girls wore sneakers, some girls wore like platform sandals, some wore jean skirts, some wore shorts, so just whatever fits your style. And then I also wear my hoops. Let's hop into day 2, which was Philanthropy Day. So on Philanthropy, I was really looking for deeper conversations, because I don't think philanthropy is a light topic or a surface level topic. So Philanthropy was really fun. So I went to all 8 houses, and I think that we stayed in the houses for 45 minutes this day, so it was like a longer conversation. You still did the rotation of girls, you didn't just talk to one girl the whole time. And I really liked Philanthropy because we got to watch videos of each house's philanthropy and what they do to support that philanthropy. And then if there was like a girl in the house that like had a personal experience with that philanthropy, they would like talk, which was like super awesome. And it was like a very emotional day, especially for the girls in the houses, which was awesome. And I was also looking for like a philanthropy that I actually like felt that I would be like excited to work with, because philanthropy is a really big part of sorority, and so you don't want to like be with a philanthropy that you're not really that passionate about. Some of the notes I took on this day, I would write down each house's philanthropy and kind of like if I didn't know what that philanthropy did, I would like write a little definition on that. And if I like related to it or like felt passionate about it, I would kind of write that down. I tried to write down names, but it really didn't last very long. So I said great philanthropy, and then I wrote what it was. And then one of them I said like love the philanthropy, wrote what it was, talked to the PR chair. Also sweet, had a deep conversation about the importance of it, kind of like goes with their philanthropy, and I'm not naming names, so I'm not going to say. Absolutely loved. This house said that they raised the most money out of all the houses combined, which I thought was really impressive, so I wrote that down. What I wore this day was I wore this like coral wrap dress, and then I wore like these star dangle earrings, and I think I wore like nude wedges. But one of the struggles I definitely had this day, because we had gotten our results back and it was like our first round of cuts, this is kind of when like the rumors on the lawn started to stir up. So when you're waiting in between houses, you might have like a break. I know on Philanthropy Day I think I had a 2-hour break, which like didn't give me enough time to go home, so I just chilled on the lawn outside of my dog is barking. So I would just chill on the lawn outside of my next house, and I would just meet girls and talk to different rogams. And oh my god. One of the big things that definitely starts happening is rumors spread like wildfire on the lawn about different houses, and it's really annoying because it really like gets in your head. So what happens is like either girls will just talk about like a reputation of the house and be like, they're trashy, like ew, like you don't want to be in that house. And like that is just so unnecessary because you don't know who around you like loves that house, and like you're gonna get in their head and then you're gonna make them like question everything. I also think that like girls, since they had started getting cut from houses, I'm sure girls got cut from a house they really liked, and then to make themselves feel better they start trash talking that house and being like, oh, they haze, they're this, and it's just none of it's true. Remember that this is your recruitment experience. This is the house you're going to be in for the next 4 years. This is the house that you feel like you fit in with the best. It does not matter what Becky on the lawn thinks at all. But it definitely was something I struggled with because I heard a couple rumors about a couple of my favorite houses and I just started freaking out. And so I remember I went home after I made my cuts and I cried to my mom and I was like, I heard this and I don't know what to do. And she was like, dude, like it's probably not true. And then guess what? It wasn't. You rank 5 as number 1 and then you have to drop 3, and so you go from 8 to 3, and I was just like, I don't even know who to drop. I was so stressed. I talked to my rogam for a really long time on this day, just getting advice from her and getting her opinions on where she thinks I would fit in the best, and just kind of like talking through my thoughts and my experiences on all the houses that day, and that really helped. So definitely utilize your rogam. So my day 3 was Sisterhood, and Sisterhood was the round I was definitely the most excited for because Sisterhood is really the reason I wanted to join a sorority, because I grew up always being on a cheer team and having a big group of girls around me that was like my best friends and always had my back, and cheer is not something that fits into my life anymore, but I really wanted that like girl gang, like team aspect feel, and that was really what brought me to sorority, because it's kind of like that without cheering. I got my top 5 back and I was so excited. So I went to meet my top 5, and I think on this day we were in the houses for 50 minutes. It was maybe 55 minutes. It was a little bit longer. And we basically just saw like presentations on kind of what the girls do on a day-to-day basis, and they were kind of cheesy, but they were really cute. And then girls would speak and just say like what their sorority means to them. Some houses sang, and they just really like wanted you to feel like you were in that house. I think it was really eye-opening for me because I was like, it really helped me differentiate what houses like I just like going to during recruitment and what houses I could actually like see myself in for 4 years. What I wore in Sisterhood was like this white halter top, and I had like a little flounce thing. I wore some hoops, I think, and I wore my hair in this cute ponytail. Just wanted to switch it up. And then I wore those nude wedges again. The rumors on the lawn kept going this day really bad. Honestly, it got worse throughout the week, but I just started to realize like this is my recruitment experience. This is the house I'm gonna be in, not this girl. Like I'm just gonna focus on myself. Day 3 was probably my favorite day of recruitment. It was so much fun. I had a great time in every house. So at the end of that day, I had really gotten to the point where I had 2 amazing conversations and experiences in these 2 houses, and I really realized like the other 3 I love to death. They're houses I really have fun in. They're just 2 in particular that I just could really actually see myself in permanently. And so that day was really enlightening, I guess, on just really like setting those couple houses apart. At the end of that day, we put 2 as 1 and 3 as your bottom. So pref day was super awesome. Pref was I think we were in the houses for an hour, maybe an hour and a half each. Luckily I got my top 2 back, and I was so excited because those were the houses I was really clicking with all week. So we went into our top 2, and on this day it's really awesome. They have some really deep conversations with you. They just want to make you feel really special and like you're a part of this house, and they kind of are like presenting you in a way. So I know on this day both the houses I went to sang like really like pretty songs that go along with the values of that house, or like tradition songs for that house. All the houses had like a cake or like cupcakes that had your name on it, and they would just do like a little activity to make you feel, I'm not gonna like spoil what anybody's was, they would do like a little activity, and it was kind of like a little, not like a ritual thing, but kind of just like a celebration of you and like the girls around you are potentially your sisters, and it was really special. It was just a really like emotional day. I cried in Pi Phi. I bawled my eyes out. That was when I realized like I loved my second house so much. I still do, like I love them, but I just realized that Pi Phi was like the place for me, and that was like my home. And I kind of knew throughout the week, every day Pi Phi was just like blowing my mind, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I love them. On this day, just a piece of advice, if you feel like that house is, they probably will ask you like, so could you see yourself in XYZ, whatever. It is okay to tell them yes, and it's okay to tell them no. What I wore on prep was this pink wrap dress, and it's kind of like silky, and then I straightened my hair, just wore like a cute little simple gold necklace, and I don't really remember if I wore earrings, and then I wore nude heels. And the next day was bid day, so we had to go to the basketball gym at like noon, I think, or maybe 2. I found Taylor, and we were sitting in a recruitment group waiting in the basketball gym, and we're just like talking, and I'm like, I had already known that she prepped Pi Phi too, and so did I, and so I was like, oh my gosh, we might be sisters. We get our cards handed to us, and they're like in an envelope, and that is our bid day card, and it says like what house we got a bid from. They were like, okay, ready everybody? 1, 2, 3. And we open our cards, and everybody's like, ah, like I'm a whatever, I'm a Pi Phi, and everybody's like freaking out, and me and Taylor are like freaking out together because we're sisters. We got to get on the bus, and we got to go to our house, and we get there, and everybody's holding our wings, and they're like cheering, and there's music and food and candy and all that fun stuff. And so we get there, they give us like our bid day shirt, they give us like cute little glasses, like little stickers and all this fun stuff. They just deck us out, and then we just took like a billion pictures. We had a dance party, and it was just like a celebration that we're all sisters, and it's so awesome. That was my recruitment experience. I had a great experience, like I said. Definitely had some struggles throughout the week, but overall it was so awesome. If you are on the fence about rushing, I totally recommend it. Even if you don't end up joining a house, you will meet so many amazing friends. I met amazing friends that I'm still so close with today, some that aren't even Pi Phi, some that are, and it was just so awesome. All the houses at Texas Tech are amazing, and I had a great time getting to know all of them, and they really made recruitment such a joy and such a blast. So yeah, that was my recruitment experience. If you guys have any questions or any video requests, comment them below. I will be doing a recruitment tips video pretty soon, but I'm gonna wait, like I said, till we're a little bit closer to recruitment time. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.